Thanks, Pete. Janae's here, Lake Tahoe Yoga. What you been up to?
Yeah, you know.
I haven't seen you for a while.
I know, you know, that summer stuff that goes on, it really takes my attention a lot. So.
You're doing the stand-up paddle board yoga?
Yeah, not anymore.
But you were.
I was.
Yeah, exactly.
I get people who call me, they're like, you still doing paddle yoga? No, it's cold.
Do people ever fall off into the water?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah, yeah, and then oftentimes people just want to jump in.
Well, and it's funny
so
because I always say it like with people going paddleboard, even this time of year, I'm like, you can go because you're not going to fall off. But doing yoga, I would think then you're setting yourself up.
And you're so much more nervous because it's cold out. You know, and whenever I have people ask me about, oh, do you do outdoor practices in the winter? I would love to.
Yeah.
It would be wonderful to like hike up the mountain and then do a yoga practice. But at the end of every practice, part of my lineage is you lay down and you rest. And now think about laying down and resting in the snow. Like you're going to get cold and uncomfortable. And so I always tell people, you know, you can hike your way over to the yoga studio, you can cross-country ski, whatever you want to do, and then come into our warm studio and we'll do a practice so you get your rest.
But it's funny what you're saying because it is one of those things where it sounds like a good idea. Exactly. Yeah. But then you're like, in reality, this is, you know, come on in. The studio's nice. It's comfortable. Do that.
Yeah, and I just did a new video with Lake Tahoe TV where I did a couple poses that you can do outside. And I encourage people, you know, do these postures to recover from or prepare for whatever your outdoor activity is. And you can do the postures without doing a full yoga practice. But if you want a yoga practice, come to the studio.
Right, yeah. What do you guys got going on this month? It's like we were just talking, there's like 3 main events. Yeah, 3 events. So we have 2 events that are sitting on the schedule now that are monthly. The first one is actually this Sunday, the 9th of December, 6 p.m. It's a humane self-defense workshop, and it's free. And so you can sign up for that just so we know you're coming. Men or women?
Men or women. Children, you know, need to be supervised, of course, but like bring your child, and you get to practice with them and go through all the techniques, and it's free.
And mindset. You and I were talking about it. I'm fascinated. You know, I did martial arts growing up, and it's like part of it's just spatial awareness, situational awareness, and I'm sure that's you were saying is a huge part of what you're teaching.
Absolutely, and that's what yoga's all about too, right? Being out here and noticing people and noticing the world.
Being present, totally. Not like just walking through the parking lot with your phone like this going, oh wow, you know, Al-Qaeda's here to get me. I didn't even see you. I didn't even know you were here. No, Al-Qaeda free Lake Tahoe. It's great. I love it. I love it.
And so Anne, who teaches that, she's a Grammy award-winning harpist. And local to Tahoe, and she performs all over the place. And so she's offering, she plays the harp while I teach a restorative yoga class. And so, on the 22nd, we have that going on. It is beautiful. It is amazing.
It's like you hear a lot of harp music, but when I think of, like when I'm picturing it, I'm going, what other instrument would work better in yoga than a harp?
It's pretty magical.
It is pretty cool. It's cool too that she does self-defense. I mean, that's Talk about the art of war. You know, you see her playing the harp, and then she's like, you know. Perfect.
So
gotcha.
And then of course, you know, I love to support local businesses, and so we're doing a little pop-up shop. We've done this before. So Love in Lake Tahoe, if you're familiar with the lake with the heart in the middle, that's their logo. So Jonelle's bringing some stuff. There's a new business in town, recently rebranded, Heidi Miser. She owns Tahoe Magic Healing, so it's locally sourced arnica products. And then HL6 Activewear out of Reno, and Bet's Fit sports bras, which I know you're interested in.
What's it called again?
I know, it's Bet's Fit.
Bet's Fit.
Yeah, and she's out of North Shore. No, not Best.
Okay.
And they're adjustable sports bras, so you can tighten it up when you need to have yourself all locked in. And
that makes sense, right? If you're running or doing yoga,
but then you like need to go to get a coffee.
Skiing or something, you know?
Exactly. So
pull that thing in. All right, cool.
Yeah, so I'm happy to support those businesses, and you can come, you can try on stuff, you can look for things.
Christmas shopping.
Exactly.
Cool.
You got it.
What have you been doing personally? You've been out skiing a little bit?
You know, I made it up to North Star, and had some fun up there.
You're on the Nevada side where you live?
Yeah, so usually it's heavenly, you know, and we happen to be up on North Shore, so I went skiing for a minute.
How was it?
It was great. You know, nothing prepares you for skiing.
I think when it starts like this, I think everybody's saying that.
Yeah.
You know, we've been all going like over to Altus here and doing stuff, and you're doing yoga. yoga, and you're like, oh, I feel so good, and it's true. It makes a big difference, but nothing does skiing like skiing does, right?
And I do all my squats, my lunges, my low lunge, because you know I telemark.
Same.
And I'm trying to prepare, and you get out there, and there's nothing like it. And then I get back into the studio and back on the mat, stretch it all out so my hamstrings still work. And
that's the beauty, isn't it?
My calves feel good, and my back's all limber.
You still doing private stuff?
Oh yeah. Private bookings.
Because we're coming into that time of year, I would think, for you.
Yeah, and a lot more therapeutics. So I'm working with people that are trying to recover from repeated behaviors over time.
Is that like hands-on stuff where you're manipulating tissue? And
well, not tissue, but I'm moving their bodies and helping them get deeper into postures, and then also addressing, I call them karmic ruts. When you like sit at your desk all day, you drive your car all day, and you end up looking like this. And so I work with people to open up, to get more space. And
I know, just you say
See, you want to do
but
it.
But it's true. It's like you've got to train your brain. It's awesome. I love what you're doing over there.
Yeah, and then of course corporate bookings, bachelorette parties, you name it. I'll figure it out, and
I know.
I'll create a practice.
Well, but that's
special.
the kind of business person you are. You're like, if you will just make it work. Like, I feel like there's not enough of that in our country. Like, like I hate that. Like when you go to a business, a coffee shop, whatever, and it's like we open at 9 and it's like 8:58, and you're looking in the window, and they're like 2 more minutes. It's like there's business. Just open the door. You'll open your door, huh?
I do.
I know you do. I know.
Somebody knocks, I open the door. I'm like, oh, you're late. Come on into class.
I know you do. Yeah.
Absolutely. So everybody's welcome.
It's a good way to do it. Very yoga-esque.
Oh, thank you.
Go see Janae, Lake Tahoe Yoga, the premier yoga studio in Tahoe. We'll be back.